get yourself to blame. Hello there, guys. Teacher Hafa here one more time, the tutor of teachers. Guys, today I'm gonna talk to you about something. It could be simple, but at the same time, extremely essential, very important in your career. It's 5 bad habits that motivating teachers have. So, 5 things you should watch out for that you might be doing and might be holding you back in your career. So this could make a difference to make you really rocket in your career. So if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe below, watch the other videos. I'm sure there are gonna be plenty of tips that could be useful in your career. So guys, let's go for the first one. Bad habits the motivating teachers have. It's when you don't know the answer and you don't go for it. In the previous videos, we talked about that it's normal you not having the answer. Remember, you're not a dictionary and you're not supposed to be treated as a dictionary. And we sometimes we are tested. Okay, it's cool. We'll say, all right, I'll let you know in a later moment. But then the next moment you meet your student, you got to know the answer. You need to have the answer. It shows you're interested in the project. If you tell them to do the homework, don't you get a little disappointed when they don't do it? Class after class, oh, my student never does the homework. And you don't do your homework, teacher, please, come on. Anything you promise your student, it could be an exercise, even, and especially with children, you promise an activity, promise an exercise, you gotta follow through, you gotta do it. And you need to take note for this, because otherwise you're going to have a bunch of students and they're going to say different things to all of them, and you're gonna forget. So I always take a lot of notes. I take notes of the companies when they change companies, because I'm a business teacher. And this is really important to, even straighten the relationship and make them feel you're connected, you're tuned, you're onto them, and you want them to progress. Not remembering facts is the second tip I would give you. So from the students, these notes is the tip I already said. So take a lot of notes. Don't not remembering facts, not remembering, calling them by the wrong name, kids' names, and then oh, how's your kid doing? Then you remember the name. Something simple, not gonna take you much time. Same old would be tip number 3, people. If you just continue with the same old class, same old time of exercises, even the timing of your exercise, you should change pace every time, at least once a week. If it's just a one class a week, once a month at least, I change the pace, I use a different book, I propose a different activity, and then a completely different homework. I challenge them and make them feel that you are listening, and at the same time, what are their interests, how to, make them connected to what you are trying to do, and at the same time getting this at the right level. So something really important, don't get in the same old routine. This can kill. Not following through with plans along the years, something I've noticed, colleagues and even myself, a classic mistake when you don't follow through. You more in the term of a long-term plans, in this sense. It should be, if you have a vision, you share the vision with your student. You to make sure that in the moments of feedback, and then when you talk about the which stage you are exactly, and how you're gonna get to the next stage, you need to follow through with what you're saying, with what you proposed. Extremely important in the long term as well. So people, if you're gonna have to make an alteration in this plan, you need to share with your student. Make sure you tell them why, you explain exactly what's happening and how it's gonna happen, because this is something you might make some alteration in the plan. And okay, this student, at this point of this book, they're supposed to be producing a little better, so I'm going to change books. But if you don't communicate this to your student exactly what you're expecting from them, because you don't need to just keep changing and changing it, but you need to share, hey, you gotta do this and this and that. If you don't, we get to this point of the book, things are not gonna progress if you don't reach a certain level, and you have not, because you are not doing this and this and that, and we gotta go for this, and it's important to be very clear. So last but not least, guys, underestimating your students' ability to understand you. Something I will say more details in a later video, but don't underestimate your students. This is something, a classic mistake with the teacher. They get with the process, the student has difficulty, sometimes they're, and most times they're more methodical. It's harder for them to let go and not understand, and be vulnerable, and just going for the context and trying words anyhow. And then you just underestimate them, you don't try them, you just keep feeding them with words because it takes time, and you don't push it. Basically, stop pushing them. You don't let them context what you're saying with the exercises, and then you just start being very careful, as you would be in a gym with a 99-year-old person that has never been to the gym before. So you're extremely careful. You don't want to hurt this person. So watch out for this. Reflect on these tips. I'm sure they're going to help you somehow. And every day, a new tip here for you. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. And I'm here every day for you. Leave some comments, any questions you might have. Thank you. See you tomorrow.